dine. Yes. The voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people. Here, my brother, my sister, we have taken sides. We are never neutral. We've taken the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And of course, from the control tower, this is the office of the Patriot. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now today we have a number of things I need us to look at. And I need you to come along, my brother, my sister. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is quite thorny, but come along. I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, Dollar Gift Saga. NPP's Owusu Bempa defends Sammy Jemfi, says he's done no wrong. And I read, now a deputy director of communications of the New Patriotic Party, the MPP, Ernest Owusu Bempa, in a rare show of support, has jumped to the defense of the embattled acting chief executive officer of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Sammy Jemfi. Now, Jemfi, at a public event on Saturday, May 10, 2025, was seen doling out several notes of the US dollar to the controversial former priestess turned pastor, evangelist Mama Patricia, popularly known as Agrada. Now, a section of the public has criticized the gesture, questioning its appropriateness in the light of the current economic difficulties. Some have gone further, calling for his removal from office to serve as a deterrent to other political appointees. Mr. Jemfi has since issued an apology, clarifying that the donation was a private gesture and not intended for public display. Now, Julius Deborah, the chief of staff, has reportedly summoned him to explain the circumstances surrounding the incident. However, in a video posted on the social media platform X, formerly called Twitter, Ernest Owusu Bempa defended Sammy Jemfi that he sees no wrongdoing or crime for which the young politician should be dismissed. This voice being made, this noise being made about Sammy Jemfi gifting dollars to Agrada is dead on arrival. Nobody has the moral right to attack that young man. Nobody can attack Sammy Jemfi on this particular matter. Has he stolen money? Whoever has evidence that Sammy Jemfi has stolen money should bring it out and let the office of the special prosecutor deal with him. As we are saying that because Sammy Jemfi hasn't had an extensive working life, he cannot boast of just $10,000. Let us speak the truth. Nobody should go around attacking the young man. And I will say this anyway. We should be careful about the way we do our politics. If there had been a scandal at Gold Board, that would be a different matter. As for me, I don't support such jealousy. He's a young man who has followed Mahama for a long time, and now people want to vilify him and get him removed. No! When young people are doing well, we should support them. He has apologized and admitted that what he did was a case of youthful exuberance, but the calls for his dismissal are misplaced. So, Ernest Owusu Bempa is one of the demons of our democracy. If you are looking for Satan and you don't find him, and you find Ernest Owusu Bempa and all the other people supporting Sammy Jemfi's frugality and irresponsible behavior in the face of patriotism, they are demons. Their rightful place is the hottest part of hell. My brother, my sister, listen to this childish, irresponsible kindergarten talk. He has followed Mahama for a very long time. And it's time now for him to enjoy. Can't he boast of just $10,000? I've worked on radio for so many years. I cannot boast of $10,000. Satan followed God for a very, very long time. When Satan misbehaved, God had to put him right. Yes, it matters how long we have walked together. It matters how long we have shared integrity and loyalty. But there are some things that can never be compromised. People like Reverend, I beg your pardon, he's not a reverend. This is Ernest Owusu Bempah. They are saying this to justify their irresponsible frugality, criminal frugality when they were in power. We saw how millions of American dollars changed hands. We saw how millions of American dollars, millions of euro, millions of British pounds were found in rat holes and mole holes and on the beds of appointees of the most irresponsible president our country has ever had. Why do we say irresponsible? When the authorities came down on Cecilia Dapa, what did the president say? I accept your resignation, but I know that you shall be exonerated for the several years that we have worked together in integrity. My brother, as a lawyer, or a man who claims to be a lawyer, common sense should tell you that you are prejudicing the case as the first gentleman of the land. My brother, these are thieves in power. Now they are trying to defend thievery so that when they are caught in the same thievery, now or later, they would have sympathizers like the sympathy they are trying to give out right now. This in no way says that I am saying that Sammy Gyamfi is a thief. I will never say that. He is a man who has mentored me, albeit his young 35-year-old age. I love him and I respect him. I do not want to see Sammy Gyamfi dismissed. I do not want to see Sammy Gyamfi, my brother, my sister, kicked out. He has been a powerhouse of knowledge, my brother, my sister, and democracy, in our democracy and jurisprudence, my brother, my sister. But, my brother, call a spade, and not a long digging implement. My brother, my sister, call a spade, and not a long farm implement. Let us get to the nitty-gritties of this issue. Now, this guy here called Ernest Owusu Bempah, he was part of a criminal government that was in power for 8 years, stealing our money left, right, and center. Money laundering was at the helm of affairs during the regime of the Nana Addo Bawumia government. Ghanaians were so fed up, they couldn't wait for the regime to come to an end. If there was a way they could do it, in fact, if we still honored coup d'etats, Nana Akufo-Addo would have tested some of the worst coup d'etats the African continent has ever seen. But because of our love for democracy, our love for law and peace, we decided, my brother, my sister, to tolerate, that is the word, this criminal government. We saw how they threw around American dollars like Pekle during the Homo War. We saw how, my brother, my sister, this criminal government during the campaign, how they threw money around in American dollars. We were told and we saw. Today we kick them out of power. Just 4 months in power, we see another appointee of the government that everybody is looking at as a ray of hope, also parading American dollars around. And you come to the rescue, you come to the support of the gentleman. The best you could do for Sammy Gyamfi is to say, bro, we know your integrity, we know who you are, but what you have done is wrong. Wrong is wrong. So the young man will learn from common sense of experience, rather than cajole him and garnish him with this fake tomfoolery. My brother, my sister, let's be careful. My brother, how many Ghanaians can boast of 10,000 American dollars? How many more hard-working people than Sami Jemfi can boast of 10,000 American dollars? As is being paraded here by Ernest Owusu Bempah. No wonder some people see politics as nothing but criminally demonic. My brother, Ghanaians were crying only a few months ago that they were so impoverished that they needed a savior. All of a sudden, you come parading like those criminals that we kicked out of power in American dollars. We have already explained why it is wrong, my brother, my sister, to come out with American dollars, giving this out in public and even in private, and even parading yourself with American dollars, especially as an appointee of the government, when you are grappling with economic conditions and you live in a country where whether the dollar is rising or falling determines your political radar. Better still, your political direction. This might be too deep for some people. In Ghana, we win elections by virtue of whether the dollar is rising or falling. If the dollar is falling, you win elections. If the dollar is rising, you lose elections, true or false. By these acts of going round, throwing dollars around like pekle, my brother, my sister, the people are going to be running towards the dollar more. And I've said this before. Can I just repeat it? Imagine an appointee of Trump all of a sudden holds the Chinese yuan. It doesn't matter which appointee it is. You think Trump is going to allow this in America? Can I say it again? And please be honest with me. If in America today, Trump, who says America first, sees that any of his appointees, from the messenger all the way to his vice president, is holding, I beg your pardon, Chinese yuan, the currency of China, parading that on social media, or is filmed somewhere, giving out the Chinese yuan as a gift to some people, you think Trump will tolerate this? In hours, you are out. Because you are making a mockery of the economic situation of the country. You are making a mockery, my brother, my sister, of the economic fight. Galamsey is killing us left, right, and center. People are crying that there is no money. We all are looking for a way we would be able to survive the economic disaster. Then there are some people who have no respect for the Ghana cedi anymore. As appointees, you should even be more patriotic. You should exude more patriotism. Now let us look at this thing. There's something here, and it has Martin Kpebu talking. My brother, my sister, and I'm so disappointed. Martin Kpebu is a man that I admire so much, and I've never hidden my admiration for him. But let me be careful. The last time I spoke about somebody like this, I didn't like what came around it. Martin Kpebu is saying that the privacy of Sami Jemfi has been breached. And for that matter, he has done nothing wrong. Jesus have mercy. Is this what the law teaches us? My brother, if somebody commits murder in secrecy, is it different from when he commits this same murder in public? May I know? Can I know? If somebody commits murder in secrecy, is it the same as committing same murder in public? Or because the privacy of the person has been breached, so cameras have seen the person in his bedroom committing murder, it is less of a crime? Can I know? wanted to be a lawyer, but some of these utterances discouraged me so much. Sammy Gyamfi is a lawyer. Martin Kpebu is a lawyer. But look at the reasoning around this. Martin Kpebu of the oral team, they are supposed to bring act to the table. If this is the level of accountability we are getting from some members of the oral, then we to be desired. I'm truly disappointed. My brother's reason, at the time that the CD is being passed, whether in privacy or in secret, Sammy Gyamfi should be setting a good example. He should encourage people to spend more cedis. He should encourage people to gravitate toward what we call a legal tender. The country's currency is equivalent to the flag of the nation. It represents the integrity, the royalty of the country. Should we call you Chinese? Should we call you American? And people say they don't see anything wrong with this. You know what? The Ghana cedi has fallen. It's almost like a toilet paper. The American currency is rising because we secretly were sharing the American dollar to people like Agrada and the rest of them. At the end of the day, my brother, my sister, what happens? Recently, we were chasing fetish priests from TV shows for conjuring American dollars and British pounds on live TV because that is money laundering. Somebody says, Sammy Gyamfi is wealthy enough to have 10,000 American dollars. They have missed the point. They don't understand the tenets of patriotism. If Sammy Gyamfi had given Ghana cedis to Agrada, you think people would have complained that much? Imagine Sammy Gyamfi had counted 50 cedi notes, 20 of them, let's even say 50 of them, and had given to Agrada, or 100 of them to Agrada. You think that Ghanaians would have made this noise? American dollars. What is Sammy Gyamfi doing with dollars? The Mahama administration should ban dollars amongst all its appointees. No appointee is supposed to be seen with dollar. And that is a radical economic fight. Should I open people's heads and put common sense inside? If I were the president of this country, this is one of the things I would do. It's a crime to see any member of my team holding an American dollar. You know why? It's a demonstration of the strong economic fight. In Tanzania today, are you aware that they have banned the use of American dollars in their country? Are they an enemy to America? It is the economic fight that is supposed to keep their currency as sovereign as it's supposed to be. And, I read something here and it's funny. This one says, the number of people who have supported, what's his name? Sammy Gyamfi. Shatawale is one of them. Well, okay, I'm going to read it. It says, Dollar Gift Saga, Kpebu, Dr. Atta Mills, other personalities who have defended Sammy Gyamfi. As the government mauls the punishment to give to the acting chief executive officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sammy Gyamfi, from the backlash over viral videos of him handing out dollars to Patricia Oduro Korantin, popularly known as Nana Agrada, a former fetish priestess turned evangelist. The spokesperson to the president, who doubles as the Minister of State in Communication, Felix Kwakye-Ofosu, has indicated that the government will make a decision on the matter upon the return of President John Dramani Mahama, who is currently out of the country for African Union programs. I love that. African Union programs. Yet in my country, people are here sharing dollars, not kwacha. African Union. That's what the president is on. And you are here sharing dollars. While a fraction of the public, including several personalities, are supposed foot soldiers, is calling on President Mahama to deal ruthlessly with Sammy Gyamfi. The other faction has defended the Gold Ball CEO, who is also the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress. Now, a number of notable individuals across the political divide are amongst those defending Sammy Gyamfi, stating that there was nothing wrong with his actions. Number one is Dr. Cardman Mills. Number two is Martin Kpebu. The third one is ODK. And then fourth is Sam George. And then also Shatawale. And then Nana Abba Anamwa. And then Francis Xavier Sosu, including Owusu Bempa. These are the people. So you see, some of these names, they don't even matter, because their level of thinking is so low. Somebody like Nana Abba Anamwa, who a couple of days ago was fighting for an appointee to be given a more juicy position, as if it was the spreading of pekle during Homo War. Such a person, how do you listen to whatever they say? They have since not apologized for this low level of thinking. And Cardman Mills, I want to honestly reserve my comments for now. Shatawale has been seen throwing dollars to friends left, right, and center. They don't really understand what it means to say economy and patriotism. This is not the field of Shatawale. He's a musician. I don't expect Shatawale to understand the full tenets of patriotism. My brother, this thing comes with a certain level of education. You understand that? So I understand Shatawale if he makes such utterances. My brother, my sister. And who? Owusu Bempa. We have dealt with Owusu Bempa already. Martin Kpebu. We have dealt with Martin Kpebu. But I really don't know what this man here called Cardman Mills is saying. He says, for the life of me, can someone explain to me what all this fuss about Sammy Gyamfi is all about? Is he the problem that he was caught making a gift in dollars instead of cedis? That the gift was to someone known to be an unsympathetic person to the NDC, while the foot soldiers were wallowing in poverty, that the amount, $800 or so, was too high, that Sammy Gyamfi could not possibly legally have. You see, this is a doctor. I don't know if he's a medical doctor or PhD holder, but it's a shame with this level of reasoning. A PhD holder should reason better than this. Dr. Cardman Mills, you don't see anything wrong with somebody who is distributing a currency that is not legal tender, an appointee of a government that has promised to fight the wanton degradation of the Ghana cedi in relation to the dollar, and they are holding dollars. Oh, Cardman Mills, please don't disgrace Atta Mills. I leave it here. Now the last thing I'm going to deal with, because we've spent so much time on this one here. Hey, I don't think we have even finished it. There's something here from Tree News, and it says, I will set my church on fire if Sammy Gyamfi loses his job. And this is Agrada. So you see the level of thinking. I can forgive this one because the brains are like cockroach brains. Little brains. So these ones, unfortunately, they have the same votes as people who really understand what it is. For her, oh, somebody gave me a gift and people are jealous of the gift. That's hell thinking. Look, you can burn yourself, burn your husband, burn all your gods, burn all your whatever. Who cares? What difference would it make? Listen, Ghana first. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Nobody is bigger than Ghana. Sammy Gyamfi should be responsible enough to give us an unconditional apology rather than the balderdash that he put out there, the figment of the imagination of a certain apology, is a disgrace. I love Sammy Jemfi. Or again, I don't want to see him sacked, but I want to see him disciplined. He worked so hard. I saw it myself. He was a delight to watch and to listen to. I don't want him. We all make mistakes, but the difference is, do we own up to the mistakes? He is not owning up to the mistakes. The apology he gave out was so arrogant, extremely arrogant, and that's my problem with Sammy Jemfi. Let me not look like I'm on a certain agenda, because I love Sammy Jemfi, honestly. If Mama calls me today and says, Blakk Rasta, what do you think? What kind of punishment do you think we should give to Sammy Jemfi? You know what I'll say? I'll say, ask Sammy Jemfi himself. Does he agree that he erred properly in the name of patriotism? If he says yes, let him prescribe the punishment for himself. And let us sit back and look at it and see whether it's good enough for him as a punishment or not. Sometimes it happens in the schools, right? For me, to be honest with you, let Sammy Jemfi go on suspension. He is still the CEO, the acting CEO. Find his assistant to take over for 3 months suspension, so that when he returns, at least he will learn that to give the dollar in secrecy or in public is still the same value. I leave it. There's a story here that is worth looking at, but I'm not going to look at it. It says, private citizen petition Shraj over Sammy Jemfi's dollar sharing incident. And I've read the whole letter. It makes a lot of sense. It's good for us to investigate all these things. I won't look at it on this show. Yes. But let me end with this. And there's also something here that talks about Sammy Jemfi earning 1.5 million annually. You see? So let's find out if he truly earns this amount of money and why. If it's worth it, then let us know, so that the people that they are crying to, oh, we are poor, Ghana is suffering, blah, 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 they will compare their salaries to this and also compare the amount of work they put in to the work they put in. And then next time when they come to talk to us and tell us how we are suffering, how the politicians are not doing well, we can refer them to their salaries. Let's leave this here too. Finally, my brother, there's something I'm going to only spend 2 minutes on that. Breaking news. Edu Bahin rearrested. Now, the embattled former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Edu Bahin, has reportedly been arrested for another crime. Now, the announcement of his arrest was made by his lawyer, Samuel Atachia, during court proceedings on Tuesday, May the 13th, 2025. Now, speaking to the media after court proceedings on Tuesday, Atachia, a former member of parliament for Achime Buakwa South, and his client was arrested again after his release on Tuesday, after serving his 7-day remand in the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime (EOCO) office. He indicated that the arrest was in relation to a different crime that had to do with national security, providing internet services to Ghana Water Limited. Left to me alone, this guy should be rearrested and rearrested and rearrested and rearrested till Jesus Christ comes. My brother, responsibility, accountability, probity. Let's probe. Let's be accountable. Hey, let us be responsible. You wrote a letter to the security services, right? National security. Then we heard that the letter leaked. Who leaked it? According to the lawyer, national security should be careful because the way the letter leaked was whatever. Anybody could have leaked that letter, whatever it was. Let's get to the bottom of this. For so long, in the name of national security, we have stolen from our motherland. Hey, how many days are we going to live on earth? How much at all can we eat? How many rooms at all can we sleep in at a time? How many cars at all can we drive at a time? How much comfort at all do we need when there's a hot grave with no fan and no air condition awaiting us? Or is it different? At the time we'll be dead, so we have no need for comfort, right? Please, as you are engaged in your comfort, your search for comfort, remember that there are millions out there who don't even know what it is to call a fan. When you sit in your luxurious air-conditioned cars, remember that there are some people who have never seen cars all their lives. No TV. They have never even seen it on TV in this country. Some of them, for them, a bicycle is a private jet. Think about all these people. The little necessities they're supposed to get, please don't deprive them of that. Edu Bahin, internet services, we are told by the Attorney General that he diverted it to his own company, taking millions each time, providing internet services directly when the nation should have been providing it. I don't know if you understand. Ghana was supposed to provide internet services to a certain outfit, national security outfit. Edu Bahin decided that he will not let the country Ghana earn the money. He decided to use his private company to supply the internet to national security. And by doing that, they could hack anything, they could see anything privately outside the nation. That is the reason he has been arrested. But party members, Afenyo Markin, and the rest will go there and fight national security, promising that they will deliver Edu Bahin to the national security, and they will always fail. May Satan reward them with the best gifts. I leave it here.
Yabo.